Hi, I'm Carrie, and this is Sandra Sisterhood. This is a YouTube channel for the single and childless, not by choice person. Our video today is 5 things not to say to somebody who doesn't have kids. It doesn't matter if they don't have kids because it's by choice or if it's because it's not by choice. Don't say these things. And many of us who don't have kids, we could sit around a table for hours late into the night and exchange the different things that are said to us that we feel are ridiculous, intrusive, offensive, sexist, hurtful. I just chose 5, but there are many, many more that are out there. So let me know some of the things that people have said to you in the comments that I have missed. So, number 1, don't ask somebody, why don't you have kids? It's an intrusive question. It's a personal question. I'm not quite clear the purpose of asking the question because what are you then going to do with that information? When somebody asks me that question, I feel like they're trying to fish for something that's judgmental, right? Would it change your opinion of me? The answer to that question, if it's because I don't want them or it's because I can't have them or don't have them, what does that matter to you? The fact is, I don't have them. So don't ask, why don't you have kids? It's none of your beeswax. I also understand that sometimes people say that because they're blurting something out. Because when I answer, no, I don't have kids, I've now caught somebody off guard and now they don't know what to say. And it's the first thing that like enters their brain and it goes from the brain to their mouth like before they can stop it. If you notice that you do that, just walk it back. Oh, I'm so sorry. I realize that's a really personal question. So I shouldn't have asked that. Don't ask, why don't you have kids? Number 2, you better get on that. You aren't getting any younger. And then a yuckity yuck at the end of that. It's not funny. And it's, again, none of your business. And the idea that somebody who may be getting a little bit older or isn't, because people have a really sort of wide range of what's older when it comes to having children, it could be the only thing they're thinking about. It's not as if people are walking around who want kids that they're not thinking about those things. They may think they have more time than they do, but they're absolutely not oblivious to the fact that they don't have kids and they keep getting older if it's something that they want. Again, it's also not something we typically ask a man. We say to a man. Sometimes people do, but this one I think is really kind of specific to women. You better get on that. You aren't getting any younger. What are you going to do with that information too? Like, it's stating the obvious. There's nothing helpful about that comment. It's just stupid. So stop. The third thing is, want mine? No, I don't want yours. In fact, there's probably nothing that I don't want more than your kids. This is one of the more insensitive things. I think this is absolutely one of the more caught off, like people say when they're absolutely caught off guard and they're not sure what to say and they're trying to be funny, but it's actually super offensive and really it kind of minimizes the grief and loss around it. I understand somebody's not thinking about that all in the moment, but don't say that. It's absolutely the last thing that I want is your kids. I don't just want any kids. I wanted my own children. And I don't want yours. I don't want to babysit yours. I don't want to have yours over for the weekend so I can like get a feel for what it's like. I don't want that. And P.S., I also don't want your husband either. I don't want any of that. So don't say that. This is one of the more offensive things I feel like that can be said to women who are childless, not by choice. Number 4, oh, you must have so much free time. sure. I mean, I'm not doing the same things with my life that you are. And there are definitely probably seasons when I may have more free time than you, but just because I don't have kids doesn't make that an automatic thing. I could be taking care of elderly parents. I could be working 3 jobs. I mean, there's just a million things. It doesn't necessarily mean that I have more free time than you. The other thing that I just want to put out there, just for us single and childless, not by choice folks, is, I'm also doing everything on my own, right? Like if the car needs an oil change, that's on me. If I need to go take the car for a car wash, that's on me. If I have to make a doctor's appointment, that's on me. All the Christmas shopping, remembering all the cards to send to people, buying all the gifts for people, all of that is on me. If the car breaks down on the side of the road, I'm the one that's got to figure that out. If a tire goes flat, I'm the one who has to figure that out. I'm not like complaining about that per se. I'm just saying it's not as if the fact that I'm single and childless, not by choice, it doesn't mean that there's not other things that are filling my time. I will admit, I'm probably not getting up in the middle of the night as much as somebody who has a newborn, right? And it doesn't mean that there's not things in my life that I have to take care of. It doesn't mean that I don't have stressors. It also doesn't mean that I don't have family stressors or I don't have family obligations, because kids don't equal family. You can have a family and not have kids. Okay, I'll move on from that one. I could go on a long time. I'm sure many of us could. The fifth thing that you should not say to somebody who is childless, not by choice, is any sentence that starts off with, "Have you tried?" Don't do it. Don't go there. Don't talk to me about how somebody in your family or one of your friends or something you saw on TV solved this problem. Don't problem solve for somebody. I understand that it may make you uncomfortable and the heaviness around it and the grief that you're imagining somebody might be feeling. You may be trying to help them by giving them a suggestion. It's not. I can guarantee you they've thought of it. And they have probably tried it. So don't. Just say, "How can I support you around that?" Or move on to the next get to know you question, depending on kind of the context of the conversation. But you don't have to solve this problem for the person. I know you love them and support them, but you don't have to solve it. If you're meeting somebody new and this person's a stranger to you, you definitely don't need to solve this problem. It would be like if you ask somebody if they're married and they said their partner just passed away, you're not going to automatically try and solve that problem for them, right? You're not going to be like, "Oh, I know this person," or, "Oh, have you tried this dating app?" Or, "Oh, have you gone to this place?" No, you're going to show some empathy or you're going to ask them the next question. So do that. Okay, to recap, the 5 things not to ask somebody who's childless. Don't ask them why they don't have kids. Don't tell them that they better get on that because they aren't getting any younger. Don't ask them if they want yours. Don't let them know that you must have so much free time or they must have so much free time on their hands. And 5, don't say to them, "Have you tried?" So tell me in the comments what you think I missed in terms of things not to say to somebody who is childless.